Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. First, I want to let everybody know I'm in Scotland, and I'm going to be actually doing a pop-up event in London on July 8th. I'm going to put it at drboycelondon.com if you want to come out. It was a last-minute thing. I decided since I'm all the way over here, I might as well come see my family in London. So drboycelondon.com. But anyway, let me give you this quick thought. As you know, in the States, today's July 4th, and it's Independence Day, or at least the day I'm doing this video. And I've noticed a lot of people, we're waking up, right? We realize July 4th isn't really our day because we weren't even free that day. We weren't, we were still slaves. So there's really nothing significant about July 4th other than the fact that our masters became free, right? Our masters were no longer slaves. So we were no longer enslaved by the enslaved. So they had their freedom, but that didn't mean freedom for us. Now, a lot of people celebrate Juneteenth, which makes sense, right? That is a day where we feel, okay, that's the day that we were actually freed, or we found out for sure that we were free, even though the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed 2 years earlier. And that makes sense too, right? There's a reason to celebrate that day because that's the day we were free. Now, here's the thing, though. When you compare Independence Day to Juneteenth, one dynamic that you have to consider is that Independence Day is a day where the rebels in America freed themselves. They fought for their freedom and they won a war and they declared their freedom and independence. Whereas, Juneteenth is a day that, that where we didn't necessarily organize all the slaves together to fight a battle for our freedom. We had a few slaves that fought in the Civil War, no doubt. But that was kind of a day where a white man decided to sign a piece of paper that supposedly gave us our freedom. So we're kind of celebrating the fact that they did something for us that day, so to speak, right? So to me, I think that there's a difference between celebrating the fact that you were freed versus celebrating the time when you actually freed yourself. That's the difference between a thank you for what you did for us versus a do for self kind of mentality. And so if you ask me, what's the real Independence Day for Black people? What is the day where we really combined, joined forces, created an army, and freed ourselves? That day hasn't come yet. That day has not come. Now, I'm not trying to say it's a day where there has to be bloodshed, but I think that our true Independence Day is going to be economically related when we unify economically and begin to build and begin to do for self and do on our own. And it's going to be a day where we are free, where we don't have to go work for whites if we don't want to. We don't have to go give all of our money away. We get to educate our own children. So that gets back to what we believe in the Black Business School, which is the Black Core of Three, which is we believe Black people should educate our own children, create our own jobs, and support Black businesses. I believe that when we're doing that, when the majority of our people are doing that, then that's the day we'll be free. So Independence Day for Black people, in my opinion, has not yet arrived. I think that we still have a long way to go because many of us still to this day feel like we're slaves. One good example is Donald Trump is holding his 4th of July celebration in DC now. And I looked at a group of the event staff at this event, and almost every single person I saw in that particular group was Black. And you can't tell me all those Black people want to be up there serving Donald Trump on 4th of July. They'd rather be home with their families. That's a sign of slavery when you can't do what you want, when you're not free to do what you want. That's the honest to God truth. That's just my 2 cents. This is my analysis. I hope that you take it in the spirit with which it's intended. Leave your comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. And don't forget, I'll be in London on July 8th, drboycelondon.com. And if you haven't learned to buy your first share of stock, we want 1 million Black people to become investors within the next year and a half. So please go to blackmoney100.com. I have a free training on how to buy your first share of stock. You can get it totally for free. Just sign up at blackmoney100.com. See you soon. Peace.